Ooh, Sybil. What's up, Sybil? You got a monkey. That's cute. I love him. I want him. Yeah, some of this is probably hurting animals, and you probably shouldn't own a monkey, but I still love him.
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my
God, you're
consulting service,
ugly.
and thank you for
You're
choosing
what
my
an ugly
practice.
hoe.
Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
What?
I see.
Oh, your monkey's so
Describe
cute.
your
I love
trouble to
him.
me, madam.
What's his name?
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last
Okay,
evening.
I don't need your whole life
Mayhap
story,
you've
girl.
heard of my dinners,
Just
Dr.
get through
Foreman.
it.
They are much talked about.
I don't care about your
Though
fucking
I fear
dinners.
last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Like
Talked
what?
about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests. Lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters, and the like.
Ooh, God.
Why, last eve
A
I
lot of
hosted
those
the
guys
famous
is my
Robert Lord
patience.
Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare,
What?
and the Bishop of
You
London
got Willie
and his
S?
wife.
You got
As
Willie
well
S
as
up in here?
Fascinating conversation. At my table, I serve the very latest
You are a
and most
bragger.
original
Like,
dishes.
Jesus Christ.
Last
Get to
even,
the fucking
I
point.
served an exotic green vegetable called a
Potato. A potato.
So crisp and refreshing.
Potato, you know.
My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a
Honestly,
great
I
friend of
haven't.
Sir
And I'm
Walter
from
Raleigh.
fucking
I see.
America.
Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
what occurred
yeah.
at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby.
Pleasure
Then,
gardens.
As we were
That
walking
sounds like
along
fun.
the
I
path,
want to go to a pleasure
right
garden.
in the middle of the gardens, in full public view,
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
my guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain.
What?
We began chundering and voiding from our... But there was nowhere to turn, you see.
Voiding from
There were
your
no
what?
bushes
Your
close
ass?
by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A
Food
moment, madam,
poisoning,
as I note this
probably.
down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden and violent.
That sounds like food poisoning to me,
Now,
especially since it
let us
happened
see
to all
how
y'all
these
and you
stars
guys
explain
ate.
this most distressing and unsavory event. What troubled
Burn!
Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
Troubled with evil digestion. Yeah, I think that's probably one of them. It's taking a chilly cold. No. Sorry, Taurus. I really want to pick you always, but no. Troubled with wandering hands.
Madam, I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon
Yeah.
were green in colour, did you not?
They
And
made you sick.
described them as crisp and refreshing, I think.
Potatoes are not
I
supposed
take
to be
it then
green.
that you served them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my
Potatoes
husband sent
are
me
not
were full,
meant
dull,
to
and
be
unwholesome
green.
in appearance.
You're
Hence
supposed
I
to
served
cook
only
that
the
shit.
green ones.
You got food
I had my
poisoning.
cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Yeah, they ain't apples, bitch.
Then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion.
Yeah,
I have
evil
read that these vegetables can be
digestion.
noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
That you did.
In a manner of speaking, I...
Yeah.
But worry
Terrible,
not, madam,
terrible
for
person.
The suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged. However,
Gross.
in future, be sure to cook the potatoes. until they are
Potatoes.
soft
He's like,
and
you're a fucking
pray do not
idiot.
eat the ones that have
You're
turned
such a
green.
pretentious little
It
cunt.
shall mend me. What a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions
Probably
with the
smart,
next gift
yeah.
of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Foreman.
Peace out, A-Town. All right, onwards we go. One literary mind. Amelia Lanier. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? She's a literary mind? I didn't get that from her. I got that she got pregnant, and then instead of admitting that she's a thought, she went and got married to a guy and pretended it was his baby. Is that literary mind?
Good
No.
evening, Miss Lanier. What brings you?
I am come about my future, Dr. Foreman. I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays.
No, you won't. You're
You
a
can
failure.
predict futures, can you not?
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays?
He's like me.
Forsooth.
He's like me. What?
Verily remarkable.
You're into that?
Tis true most of us Basanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright. Let us call him
Mr. S. Mr. S,
He
that's
is
the guy
presently
that
writing
you're
a play that takes
messing
place in
around
northern
with.
Italy, and as I am of Italian heritage, he has asked me to help him write it.
Yeah, I know you're
How
Italian.
Interesting.
Very
And does this
interesting.
collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks.
Hmm.
Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented
It's
as
really
a
weird
writer.
that in like the Dragon Age
Be
universe,
not afraid of greatness.
Morgan's the
he
only
told
one
me.
that talks like
For
this.
once our play
like all old
opens upon
school,
the London stage, our success
These guys are
will
all
follow
talking
as
like
night
her.
follows day.
I see. Then what would you have me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noted that Mr. S, although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions.
Is that
I
the
wish
guy?
to know whether this story of his,
other
of
guy,
our
Mr.
future
S?
success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether
She
your
just said he
success
sucks
or
at
fame
writing,
is writ in
right?
the stars.
She's like, damn, this guy
Will
sucks.
Mistress
Is
Amelia
Mr.
Lanier
S
find
Shakespeare?
fame and fortune
I
as
swear
a
to God,
writer?
if Mr. S is Shakespeare, they already mentioned Shakespeare hangs out at her parties, and she's like, damn, this guy sucks at writing, I'm gonna be really shocked. Let's see if she'll be a successful writer. The star urges Mistress Lanier to be more sensitive to the needs of her child? Taurus. Man, I always want to pick the Taurus one. You already know. This house warns of a legacy marred by deceit and jealousy. That's not good. This speaks of Mr. S indulging in creative theft. Oh my God, this guy's gonna steal from her. Maybe. This probably says the opposite. If Mistress Lanier maintains optimism, her ambitions will be realized. Not only will she be successful, her work will lead to a transformative and surprising political changes. Here's where I get in a pickle. Encourage her that he's bad, but then he could leave and he could become really famous and she could be a failure without him. Or I can encourage them to stick together and he could be a writing theft and he could be a douchebag and she could end up... Let's tell her to focus on her kid. Just kidding. Focus on your career, I guess. I'm going to tell her that he's a douchebag.
Madam, the stars tell of a great deceit against you.
Yep.
They suggest
That's what
that
I
your
read in the
collaboration
stars.
with Mr. S puts you at risk of, let me see here, creative domination and theft. The result being that you
Creative
will reap little
domination.
from your collaboration with Mr. S, but feelings of bitterness and jealousy.
This... I cannot believe this of Mr. S. He is a right honourable man.
Then I am
I cannot
wrong.
believe such compelling insights into the human condition could be writ by such a knave as you describe.
Wow.
To be sure, he does oft indulge in wordplay for its own sake, thus cheapening and unnecessarily prolonging a scene.
Fine.
But nay, he is not a bad man. I know you mean
Fine.
well, Dr. Foreman.
I don't mean
but
well.
I
I
believe
actually,
your judgment of the stars must be wrong on this occasion.
Oh no! I should have just told her she's... Remind me. You guys can't remind me because I record this in advance. I need to always remember, as a psychic doctor, I always need to tell them what they want to hear. And I got mistaken there. I thought she wanted to hear that he was garbage because she was coming to me like he's garbage. I gotta just tell her, I gotta just blow it out her ass and just tell her nice shit. Sorry. And what if a writer be a knave? Would prose writ by a scoundrel sound as sweet? Oh, she come back! She come back! The love of my life. Oh no. Yeah, how futile it is to fall for another man's wife. Exactly. I should not be in love with somebody that's fucking married. That's so stupid. This guy is stupid. Ugh. And she's a slut.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, madam.
Uh-oh. Awkward. What?
What service may I perform for you this day?
For me?
Oh, what service?
None. None at all.
What?
Verily. Then I cannot fathom why you...
It was my husband who bade me come, for he finds it difficult to speak of. As I say, he had me come in his stead, and I could think of no reason to give him for why I should not come.
I
So
see.
she about to break my heart. It's
What is
okay, I already got
troubling
a letter
your
of recommendation, so I don't really need her in my life anymore.
Madam, I cannot trust a querent without knowing first what his troubles are.
He is unable to perform his marital duties.
What do you mean?
I see, and whatever does that mean? Your husband forgets to put out the night soil? Some broken shelving he's neglected to fix? Prithee, madam, I bid you be more precise.
You talking about he can't...
You know perfectly well what I mean, Simon.
can't get it up?
Do not drag this out any longer. Pray read the stars and let us get this over with.
As you wish, madam.
I don't know what that means.
See.
I literally do not
What
know.
ails Mr. Allen so as to render him unable to perform his marital obligations?
I think they're
towards
talking
Mistress
about in the
Allen?
bedroom. Like, you're still thoughting around with him? I know he's your husband, but this needs to stop. It's time to drop this hoe. Let's see what the Leo is. Probably his pride. Suffers from cold in the heart. A crick in the back. It's causing him pain in the hips and making it difficult for him. No. Suffers from loss of carnal lust. That's possible, but I think it's probably pride over that. I'm about to get a ton of shit wrong, and I'm gonna fail. But I regard her letter of
Mr. Allen is
recommendation.
afflicted with a cold in the heart, caused by an imbalance of black bile. The treatment for this is quite simple. You have
Stop
merely to
being
add
a-
boiled snake to your husband's diet.
What?
Oh, that is... 'Tis your full judgment on the matter, then?
I got it
Yes,
wrong
he is to
again.
eat boiled snake flesh. Be sure to gut the snake
I got it
first,
wrong
however.
again.
I will pass these instructions on to my cook. Well, I'd best be going now.
Nay, prithee, bide a moment. If you will.
Man, I fucked up.
The snake flesh cure, 'tis often effective, in truth. 'Tis also my judgment, as a physician, that for a wife to be so neglected, 'tis most unhealthsome.
Oh, shut up. Stop
And
R
so-
slash nice guy
Oh,
in this
Simon.
chick.
Oh, Avis.
Oh my god. I'm gonna stab my eyes out. Oh, this is why your husband doesn't love you anymore. Are we about to ask something about ourselves again? No, it's not. Not all is fair. No. Fuck that shit. Love and war, all is fair. No, you don't cheat, okay? That's not fair.
Last even, 'twas like a dream. Never in my life have I felt so. Oh, my sweet Avis. 'Tis true you are married, but
Yeah, she's good.
surely a love as great as ours can transcend such earthly impediments. Dare I hope for?
Ask for it and I'll tell you no.
Nay, 'tis most unlikely. Or is it, forsooth?
So he gonna ask
Be
the
no harm in
stars.
asking the stars? Might Avis Allen...
I mean, at least he drinks his
one
own
day
Kool-Aid,
be
you know?
mine?
He definitely believes that he's a doctor and psychic. He definitely believes that looking at the stars teaches him how to cure people. Avis has betrayed her marriage vows. The damage this has wrought upon her marriage cannot be undone. The past cannot be erased. I may be optimistic, for Mr. Allen will suffer ill luck and die. Whoa! You want your husband to die? That's messed up. Avis will then be free to marry me. Avis Allen's loyalty lie with her family. I'm not seeing things clearly. If I knew the truth about our relationship, I would presently be seething with jealousy, cunningly hiding a secret from me. Yeah, let's see. That's probably the wrong thing to
this?
pick.
Avis harbors a secret from me?
Man, he's making himself all
Something that might
paranoid.
arouse my jealous passions.
Ooh,
Doubtless 'tis another man.
could be.
But who could he be?
Could be another man. Who knows?
Carnal
If she's already
desire for
cheating
him
on
must
her
be
husband.
powerful indeed to draw her thoughts away from me. And I do not think Avis has occasion to meet any man so becoming as to provoke...
If she's already cheating on
see.
her husband, she'll cheat on you. That's how it goes. I probably should not have picked that. Now I made my character all crazy and jealous. How dare the both of them? Hi, Thomas Blake. Oh, sin and temptation. Priest, what you doing? That's why they aren't priests. They're not priests. They have wives, but they're whatever they're called.
Good day, D. Blog. Fare you well?
Most well indeed, and I will tell you why. The conquering cherub has lately returned home to England.
Good. I
This
picked
being
good.
the voyage you did invest in.
Aye, and what a sound investment it was.
I'm so glad I
It has
picked
paid
good
off
with my
most
psychic.
handsomely.
You gonna pay me
the
now?
cherub's cargo of nutmeg and pepper will fetch a high price indeed.
You can pay me for
In
doing
sooth,
it
as
for
I
you.
recall, it was you who advised me on this investment, was it not?
Of course it
I
was.
thank ye heartily for it,
Oh
sir.
yeah,
I am glad to have been
We're
of
gonna
service,
get that
Dean
letter
Blagg.
of
Forsooth, my earnings have enabled
recommendation.
me to make a substantial investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's
God.
expedition to the New World.
Ah, methinks I've heard of this. 'Tis a quest to find the fabled lost city of gold, is it not?
Lost City of
Or
Gold.
as the Spanish call
El
it,
Dorado.
El Dorado.
The very same. For it is
I don't
said
think that exists.
El Dorado
I mean,
does
El Dorado
lie deep
does.
within the rainforests of the southern parts of the New World, hiding vast quantities of gold and
Pretty sure
precious
that's not
jewels.
real.
Hence, what I would have you tell me is, exactly how rich can I expect to be made from my investment?
I see.
Not very rich,
If I'm
because
to
I'm
be
pretty
made
sure
very
that
rich,
place doesn't
I am
actually
afraid that
exist.
news of my fabulous wealth may cause some jealousy among the clergy. News travels fast around the diocese, and I think it wise to get ahead of it if I can.
Then let us consult the stars. What will become of Thomas Blagg's investment in Sir Walter Raleigh's quest
Probably
to find
nothing
El
good.
Dorado?
There is a cause for pessimism and a surprising reversal to save the lives of children. Blake's finances will bring him unhappiness. The expedition will encounter foreigners who are stubborn, confident, and lead by instinct. Blake's business partners will be met with violence. Uh-oh. See, this is my problem. Do I lie to him or tell him the truth? I feel like the other one's more likely to have happened. I'm lying to him.
I am pleased to tell you, Dean Blagg, that your investment is secure.
They all
Indeed,
wanna be lied
this
to.
expedition will produce a fine legacy for you to leave
I'm
your
gonna get
children.
some negatives
For,
whenever I
according to
have
the
it
stars,
wrong.
God has seen fit to reward England's conquering spirit of curiosity.
God favors the expedition.
I hope so.
Oh,
I really
praise
hope
be to the
so.
Lord for his blessings.
I hope
And
y'all
once
don't
you
all
have
just
received
die.
these blessings, Dean Blagg, I do hope you and Mistress Blagg will remember my years of service and friendship to you both. I have always endeavoured to,
Tush, tush, Dr. Foreman. Pray, let us not dwell on such vulgar subjects as money.
What?
For did we not at this moment learn that the discovery and conquest of this city is part of God's plan for the glory of our nation?
Okay, so now you're getting crazy.
The honor of having played my small
This is
part
getting
in it should
crazy.
be reward enough for us both.
What? Because I said about God, now you ain't gonna pay me? Being a doctor in this time sucks. It's really gonna suck when all his men die, but at least I can be like, well, God wanted it that way because that's all I said. God thinks it's a good idea. So close to letters of recommendations, I can just see this blowing up in my face because it always does in every game. Go watch Way of the Samurai. I will now to my tailor go and order new robes. French silk this time. Okay, enjoy wasting that money. I think I'm wrong. Welcome back, Ricardo. Strange and bizarre. Yeah, he's dramatic as fuck. He's always coming here with
Good
this.
morrow, sir.
I'm
and well met.
dancing and laughing.
Indeed, it
Cure
is
me.
I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to the great
Come
Dottore
once
Simon
again.
Foreman.
Come once
Aye,
again.
and I can see why you are come. Methinks you are not well, Signor. The colour of your face is quite alarming.
What?
It is because I am losing the blood. The blood does drain
his
away
face
from my
looks
face,
normal. Your
away,
face,
way
on the other
down to
hand,
my body,
looks
and out of
terrible.
my...
You are bleeding from your fundament.
Sure.
How much have you been bleeding, and for how long?
Un poco, not too much.
A little
It does
bit.
come and go. Sometimes
He's
blood,
bleeding out
sometimes
his...
no blood.
What?
You stop the blood, see?
Mayhap I will, but first I must consult the stars to find a diagnosis. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
He's bleeding out his something. Ass or... I don't know. I don't speak Old English. Signor has hemorrhoids, which are swellings in the anus and rectum. Blinds hemorrhoids cause pain, whereas open are apt to bleed. That's probably what he has. It's never
There
the
is nothing
Taurus.
here to worry about, Signor Ferraro. Your body is merely purging itself of corrupted blood. in a similar manner to that which does occur in a woman's nethers each month.
I hope so.
To wit, 'tis most
A
healthsome and
woman's
natural.
nethers.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not
That
sure.
is
I'm
your
not sure. I'm
final
not sure.
answer?
Indeed
Am
it
I
is.
wrong?
I do assure you, Signor, 'tis the very latest
They keep
medical thinking on the
questioning
subject
me.
of hemorrhoids.
I feel like I'm getting it all
You
wrong.
are welcome to procure a second opinion, but I warrant you will find that most doctors in London will tell you the same.
Then Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day, Signor Foreman.
The other one didn't feel like it would cause bleeding. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a fucking guy looking at the sky thinking I'm a fucking doctor. I don't know. Go see a real doctor.